Over 60, the 4 seafoods secretly harming you, and 4 that can help you rebuild. Did you know that the seafood you choose for dinner could be one of the most important health decisions you make all week? We are often told that eating more fish is the key to a healthy heart and a sharp mind. And for many years, that advice is sound. But what if, after 60, the rules of the game begin to change? What if some of the most popular, seemingly healthy seafood choices are quietly working against your body's changing biology, contributing to stiff joints, high cholesterol, and unexplained fatigue? The problem isn't that seafood is bad. The problem is that our bodies become more sensitive with age. Our kidneys, our digestive systems, and our immune responses are not the same as they were at 30 or 40. And certain foods, even healthy ones, can place a hidden burden on these systems. But the good news is, there are other, often overlooked treasures from the sea that can do the opposite. Foods that can provide the raw materials your body needs to rebuild cartilage, soothe inflammation, and restore energy. Welcome to Wisdom Free. Our mission is to give you the knowledge you need to take control of your health journey, because we believe that aging should be a time of strength and vitality, not passive decline. In this video, we are going to explore the hidden truths about seafood. We'll uncover the 4 types you may want to reconsider after 60, and then reveal the 4 powerful alternatives that can truly support your body. But first, I'm curious to know, which seafood do you currently eat most often? Thinking it's a healthy choice. Is it salmon, shrimp, tuna, or something else? Please take a moment and share it in the comments below. There are no wrong answers here. This is about learning together and making more informed choices. All right, let's begin with a seafood that is often seen as a harmless, light option, but can pose a surprising challenge to an aging body. Squid, often served as calamari, has an image of being a sophisticated, lean protein. It's not fatty like a steak, and it feels like a healthier choice on a restaurant menu. On the surface, it seems perfect, high in protein, low in fat. But when we look closer at how it interacts with a body over 60, a different story emerges. The first issue is its incredibly high cholesterol content. A small 3-ounce serving can contain nearly 200 milligrams of cholesterol. Now, for a younger person with an efficient liver, this might not be a major concern. But as we age, our liver's ability to regulate cholesterol production and clearance slows down. This means the cholesterol you eat in your food has a much more direct and powerful impact on the levels in your blood. For seniors, this can contribute to the stiffening of arteries, a silent process that underlies many cardiovascular concerns. But there's another, more immediate problem: purines. Purines are natural compounds that, when broken down, create uric acid. A healthy, young kidney can flush out excess uric acid without a problem. But again, kidney function naturally declines with age. When your kidneys can't keep up, that uric acid builds up and can crystallize in your joints, particularly in the big toe, ankles, or knees. This is what triggers the intensely painful inflammation of gout. Have you ever woken up with a joint that is suddenly hot, swollen, and excruciatingly painful? While many things can cause joint pain, a diet high in purines from sources like squid can be a major trigger for these flare-ups. You might be blaming arthritis or just a bad day, never realizing your dinner from the night before could be the culprit. So, while squid might seem like a clean, simple protein for a body that needs extra support, it could be setting the stage for metabolic fires you won't see until the damage is already done. Next, Let's talk about a product designed to trick you. Imitation crab. You find it in seafood salads, sushi rolls, and as a budget-friendly alternative to the real thing. It looks like crab, and it's often marketed as a healthy, low-fat seafood option. But what is it really? Imitation crab, or surimi, is created from a paste of pulverized fish scraps, usually pollock, which is then stripped of all its natural healthy fats and flavor. To make it palatable, it's then loaded with starch, sugar, sodium, and a host of artificial flavorings and preservatives. By the time it's formed into a stick, it's less a seafood and more a highly processed food product. For someone over 60, this presents two significant dangers. The first is the blood sugar roller coaster. The starches used in imitation crab, like tapioca or wheat starch, are rapidly digested and hit your bloodstream as pure glucose, much like white bread would. If you are managing pre-diabetes, insulin resistance, or just trying to maintain stable energy levels, this can cause a massive sugar spike, followed by a draining energy crash an hour or two later. That feeling of mid-afternoon fatigue and brain fog, it can often be traced back to a high glycemic lunch. The second danger is the extreme sodium content. A single serving can pack over 700 milligrams of sodium, and that's before you add any sauces. As our kidneys become less efficient at filtering salt, high sodium intake can directly lead to water retention, swelling in the ankles, and elevated blood pressure. Are you finding that your blood pressure readings are stubbornly high, even with medication? It's worth taking a closer look at the hidden sodium in processed foods like this. Imitation crab is the illusion of health. It tricks us into thinking we're getting the benefits of seafood while delivering almost none of the omega-3s, vitamins, or minerals, and instead loading our bodies with sugar, salt, and chemicals. Don't be fooled by the imposter. Scallops are the picture of elegance. They are delicate, tender, and often associated with fine dining. They seem so pure and clean. How could they possibly be a problem? The issue with scallops isn't about pollution in the water. It's about the very nature of the animal itself. Scallops are filter feeders, which means they constantly process large volumes of water, and in doing so, they can accumulate heavy metals in their tissues. One of the biggest concerns here is cadmium, a toxic metal. Unlike some contaminants, cadmium is naturally concentrated by the scallop. Your kidneys are your body's silent janitors, working tirelessly to filter out toxins, but they have a very hard time getting rid of cadmium. Once it enters your system, it tends to stay there, accumulating in the kidneys over years and decades. For seniors whose kidney filtration rate is already declining, this added burden can accelerate damage. This doesn't cause immediate symptoms. It's a slow, gradual weakening that might only show up years later as chronic fatigue, protein in the urine, or difficulty managing blood pressure. Furthermore, for all their elegance, scallops are surprisingly poor in one of the most important nutrients we seek from seafood, omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are critical for protecting your brain, reducing inflammation, and keeping joints flexible. A serving of scallops contains a tiny fraction of the omega-3s found in other seafood. So you could be eating scallops thinking you are doing something wonderful for your brain and heart, when in reality, you are getting very little of the protective benefit while potentially adding to your body's toxic load. It's a classic case of a food's reputation not matching its reality, especially for an aging body that needs every nutrient to count. This may be the most surprising one on the list because shrimp is arguably the most popular seafood in the world. It's seen as the ultimate light, low-calorie protein. But for a person over 60, shrimp can be a triple threat. First, just like squid, it is exceptionally high in cholesterol. A small handful contains around 180 milligrams. As we've discussed, this matters far more when your liver and arteries are not what they used to be. Second, shrimp contains a specific protein called tropomyosin, which is a very common allergen. What most people don't realize is that you can develop food allergies late in life. Your immune system can become more reactive with age, and a food you've eaten your whole life without issue can suddenly trigger a reaction. This might not be a life-threatening anaphylactic shock. It could be more subtle, like chronic gut inflammation, bloating, or skin rashes that you can't explain. But the third threat is perhaps the most concerning, and it has to do with how most shrimp is produced today. The vast majority of shrimp sold in supermarkets, especially the frozen and pre-cooked varieties, are farm-raised in crowded ponds overseas. To prevent disease in these conditions, producers often use large quantities of antibiotics. While many of these are banned for use in the United States, they frequently show up in imported shrimp. Regular consumption of these antibiotic residues can disrupt your delicate gut microbiome, the trillions of good bacteria that are essential for digestion, immunity, and even mental clarity. A damaged gut microbiome in a senior can lead to a cascade of problems, from poor nutrient absorption to a weakened immune system. So when you eat conventional shrimp, you may not just be eating a high cholesterol protein. You could be consuming a hard-to-digest allergen laced with antibiotic residues that can harm your gut health. It's a metabolic trap wrapped in a tiny pink shell. Now that we've uncovered the potential dangers, let's turn to the good news. There are incredible foods from the sea that can actively help your body heal and rebuild. Let's start with a true nutritional powerhouse. Oysters are often seen as a luxury food, but they should be thought of as nature's multivitamin, especially for those over 60. Their power lies in their unmatched density of two crucial minerals, zinc and copper. Zinc is a master mineral for an aging body. It is essential for a strong immune system, for wound healing, and for maintaining your sense of taste and smell. Zinc deficiency is incredibly common in seniors, and it can lead to a weakened immune response, meaning you catch colds more easily, and slow healing from even minor cuts or bruises. Just 2 or 3 medium oysters can provide well over your entire daily need for zinc. But what truly makes oysters special is their perfect balance of zinc and copper. You need copper for collagen formation, which keeps your skin and joints strong, and for producing red blood cells. These two minerals work in a delicate balance. Oysters provide them together in a natural form your body can easily use. For anyone struggling with thinning hair, brittle nails, or low energy, oysters can provide the raw materials needed for repair. This is one of the most underrated healing foods on the planet. Native to New Zealand, green-lipped mussels contain a unique combination of omega-3 fatty acids, including a rare one called ETA, which is a profoundly powerful anti-inflammatory. While regular fish oil is good, the compounds in green-lipped mussels work on a specific inflammatory pathway in the body that is a primary driver of arthritis pain. They help to block the enzymes that trigger joint inflammation, effectively cooling the fire of stiff, aching knees and hips. Studies have shown that regular consumption can lead to significant reductions in joint discomfort and improvements in mobility. If you're looking for a food that acts like a natural pain reliever for your joints, without the side effects of medication, adding steamed green-lipped mussels to your diet once or twice a week is one of the most powerful things you can do. Steam them gently with garlic and herbs to preserve their delicate healing compounds. This one may look strange, but it has been used in traditional medicine for centuries as a restorative tonic, particularly for joints and connective tissues. Modern science is now confirming why. Sea cucumber is incredibly rich in compounds that serve as building blocks for cartilage. It contains high levels of chondroitin sulfate and glucosamine, the very same nutrients you find in expensive joint supplements. But here, they are delivered in a whole food matrix that your body can absorb and utilize far more effectively. It also provides a unique type of collagen that is particularly beneficial for repairing the cartilage that cushions your joints. For anyone dealing with the daily grind of osteoarthritis or the feeling that your joints are bone on bone, sea cucumber can be a game changer. It is typically sold dried and needs to be rehydrated and simmered slowly in soups or broths. The resulting gelatinous texture is a sign of its healing power. It may not be a common food, but its benefits for joint health are truly exceptional. And now for our number one. The most powerful all-in-one healing seafood for anyone over 60 may not be a fish or a shellfish at all. It's a type of seaweed called sea moss, also known as Irish moss. Why is it so powerful? Because it addresses multiple systems in the aging body at once. First, sea moss contains an incredible 92 of the 102 minerals your body needs to function. As we age, our ability to absorb minerals from food declines. Sea moss delivers a complete, bioavailable package of magnesium, potassium, calcium, iodine, selenium, and more. This mineral density helps to support everything from thyroid function to nerve signaling to bone health. Second, sea moss is one of nature's best sources of prebiotics and soluble fiber. It forms a soothing, gel-like coating in your digestive tract. This mucilage helps to heal inflammation in the gut, seal a leaky gut lining, and feed the good bacteria that are crucial for your immunity and mental clarity. If you struggle with constipation, acid reflux, or bloating, sea moss can be a gentle and profound fix. Finally, while it doesn't contain collagen itself, sea moss is rich in the sulfur-based amino acids and vitamins that your body needs to produce its own collagen. This supports not just your skin, but the very fabric of your joints, bones, and connective tissues. To use it, you soak raw sea moss, then blend it into a smooth gel. You can add a tablespoon or two to smoothies, teas, or soups each day. It's a simple, plant-based way to remineralize your entire body. So, as you can see, the choices you make at the fish counter matter more than ever. Your body over 60 is not the same forgiving machine it once was. Every bite is an opportunity to either place a burden on your systems or provide the tools for healing. Squid, imitation crab, scallops, and conventional shrimp can secretly contribute to the very symptoms we often blame on aging. But you are not helpless. By choosing wisely, by embracing powerful healing foods like oysters, green-lipped mussels, sea cucumber, and especially sea moss, you can take an active role in your own repair process. These aren't miracle cures. They are simply foods that are perfectly aligned with the needs of an aging body, providing the concentrated nutrition required to rebuild joints, soothe the gut, strengthen the immune system, and restore your energy. The power is on your plate. Thank you for joining us at Wisdom Free. We want to hear from you now. Which of these seafoods shocked you the most, and which of the healing foods are you most excited to try? Drop your answers in the comments below. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button, share this video with someone you care about, and subscribe for more science-backed health wisdom every week. Here's to making choices that help you thrive.